Well, a very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another Flight Sim live stream today. It's the 20th of September 2024. It's 3 minutes past 5 in the evening. We're back in Microsoft Flight Simulator in one of my favourite aircraft of all time. It's the Boeing 727-200 freighter created by Flight Sim Studio. We've done a couple of streams when it was released, and there's been a whole host of updates. In fact, there was a patch for this aircraft this afternoon, which I just installed, which fixed some small bugs as well. We're here at East Midlands Airport, one of the largest cargo airports in the UK. Flying to Luxembourg. Should only take us 1 hour and 10 minutes. Just a nice little Friday evening in with Flight Sim. Oh, I should have been a rapper. Oh, very good here. It's been about 2 weeks since the last live stream. It's been so busy with work, loads of flying, loads of sims and stuff like that. But I've got some days off, and don't forget, members, this Sunday evening is our next members-only group flight, the 57th as well. But yeah, nice evening here, live time, live weather. This is the beautiful Pirigui scenery, which was sent over to me when it was released here. I have flown for this airport before, and it's very realistic indeed. It looks just like the real airport here. I mean, even the terminal's modelled a little bit inside, which we'll briefly look at through the revolving doors here. There you go, there's so much going on here. But we're over in the cargo terminal. I think these are just static aircraft here as well, but here is it even has a Burger King inside. Other fast food joints are available, and there's the tower. One of my best friends works up here actually, but you can see the fantastic views. But look in the distance over the cargo apron, I can see many default aircraft, but amongst that a TNT 727 freighter, which is what we're flying today. I was going to go Alpaca Airways. We don't have an Alpaca Airways liveried aircraft today, and I just love the TNT livery, especially on their 146. But I think this airline was bought by ASL. I was reading up here on Wikipedia earlier, so our call sign today is Quality, which is for ASL Airlines, but it's from Belgium cargo airline today. So I just love the livery. I wanted to fly it as well. So we're on stand already. We've got a default, God knows whatever that is with the pointy nose. There's a Nigel over there in the corner. There is an Alpaca Airways 737. But here we are in the DHL cargo area in the 727 freighter. It looks absolutely resplendent here. Should be, I think, a nice sunset, maybe even dark by the time we get to Luxembourg this evening. Anyway, let's see who we have here in chat. David Hamilton says explosives, unbelievable. Ahoy 345, is that a copyright strike? Yeah, McDonald's, there's also a McDonald's. Looking ahead to some quantity flies in Lisbon, brilliant. Yeah, we're going INS as well, which is why I flew this sector today, because East Midlands has conventional SIDS and Luxembourg has a conventional arrival, so we can fly the VORs and use INS today as well. Looking forward to this, said Matthew New. Thank you very much. Gary Field is here as well. Oh, lots of talk about Microsoft Flight Sim 2024. Now, 5 years ago, I was very fortunate to be sent out to Seattle to go try it. No invite this time round, but I very much doubt I would have been able to go anyway because of work. But I see a lot of the full-time content creators went over as well. Did any of the real airline pilots get access or set to go over to Seattle? I'd be quite curious about that. But yeah, as soon as it's released, as soon as I get a copy, we'll definitely try it out. Very curious to see how the Max flies. But yeah, it looks very promising. The career mode as well. I think that will certainly, be attraction for many sort of people who want a sort of a reason to fly in the sim as well. But whether it's making it more game-like, I don't know, but the free flight option is certainly what we're interested in. Maybe we could start a career as well. Mr. Unicorn says, good morning from Western Canada. I hope you're doing well. Nice to see you here in chat, buddy. What Microsoft Flight Sim needs is people, some signs of life. Yes, well, I like to use GSX, and look, there's a sign of some life down there. Look, with the default sim and random tugs everywhere. Brilliant. Who else we've got here? Lucas as well. The Max looks good too. Yeah, the external model looks very, very nice. I did notice that the PFD is not mirrored though. It's sort of like they had an issue with the default 787. I think that's copied across into the new sim as well. But yeah, we'll have a chat about that today for sure. Anyway, we need to go flying. Let's jump on into the cockpit. Oh, what a smooth transition. Let's quickly go out of that camera view so I don't like I know what I'm doing. Oh yes, there we are, into the cockpit. So yeah, this aircraft I really enjoy flying. I've only flown it twice in Microsoft Flight Simulator. There's enough similarity with the 737. I can sort of know what I'm doing, but most likely I'll make several mistakes. I did a little test sector earlier, nearly stalled on final approach. With you guys watching and interacting with chat, no doubt I'll make lots of mistakes today. Anyway, let's see what happens. Yes, just INS navigation as well. So let's get our little interactive clipboard out. So we'll use GSX. We'll request boarding, which opens up all the cargo doors. It's fully incorporated with GSX. I think it even gets the GPU connected. I'm not sure, but no, we can see all the cargo equipment being lifted, and there's the door opening. I think I need to get the GPU manually though. Oh, where's the GPU? I can see the outdoor receptacle is there. Oh, there's a cable. Yes, this happened earlier, guys. It would seem we're being charged up with an invisible GPU, but we'll take it. Oh, lots of noises, which you'd expect outside, going on there. So there we are. We can now get the power connected. So battery on, which is where's the battery switch? Great start. Oh God, where is it? I can't even see it. Oh, it's already on. Oh, that's weird. External power's now connected. I didn't turn that on prior to the stream. Louis, you haven't upgraded to X-Plane 12 yet. I'm really considering moving from X-Plane to Microsoft Flight Sim 2024. What's everyone else's thoughts? I'm going to still be using X-Plane 12 moving forward. There's no doubt about that. It has a lot of value still, and it's a very good simulator of flight. So let's see how Microsoft Flight Sim 2024 changes things. I certainly saw a video, I think it was by, is it Blue Games, who took a flight in the Max. It took off, and it did seem to be a little bit smoother during the takeoff regarding rudder inputs. At the moment in Microsoft Flight Sim, every aircraft you fly, the rudder is a bit of a jerky affair during takeoff and landing, so that was very promising. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Right, we've got the power connected. We'll go pre-flight here. I've got my flight plan synced up here with SimBriefed here, so we've got a full load. Literally, we're loaded to the rafters. Maximum zero fuel weight is what we're taking off with. On the flight plan, if I just grab it here with Navigraph, here, if I go to flights, view SimBrief OFP, I've actually put a little bit of extra fuel on. Look, you can see an extra 30 minutes, so 2.4 tons. That makes it pretty much 12 tons, which you can see we've got here in the left, centre and right tank. If I just get rid of Navigraph, there you go. So you can see the fuel's all loaded, and the payload as well. Takeoff performance we'll do later, but let's now configure the aircraft for flight. So, God, it's really loud in here. I'm just going to turn the sim down slightly. There we go. Sean, you flew into East Midlands today from Turkey. Excellent. Hope you had a safe and fun flight. Louis, I've always been an X-Plane, just can't afford to invest in both with all the payware. I prefer to pick one. Absolutely, I can understand that. And what was it? Microsoft Flight Sim 2024 is going to cost with all the aircraft. Is it $200? And then there's an even more expensive version. It's very pricey. But yeah, I'll probably end up getting that to fly some of the default aircraft. But we'll see. Anti-skid's on. Let's check the stall warning test. That's all good. Flight recorder, we'll test that. The light's illuminated, which is a good sign. VHF, vertical gyro and compass will leave in the normal position. Let's do the cargo fire test. There we are, that's illuminated. We'll put the auto brake to RTO. Navigation light on, windshield wipers to park, emergency exit lights will arm. Start, engine start guards are off. Fasten seatbelts on, no smoking on. Squawk, we'll put 2000 standby for now. Or off. Lighting we'll set up later. Window heat, I think someone told me last time to leave that off until after engine start, but we'll turn it on now. Overhead panel's all set up. Let's have a look on the engineer's panel if I can remember what to do. External power's connected, that's all good. We'll turn on the fuel pumps. All the fuel tanks have fuel in it. Radio tuning panel's set. Fuel heat we definitely don't need on. The air conditioning and pressurization is all set for now. We're cruising at 33,000 feet, which is set. Checking the table here, cabin altitude 4,800. You definitely wouldn't do this now, but I'm going to put that into flight, because if you forget, the aircraft won't pressurise. The elevation in Luxembourg is quite high, actually. I think it's like over 1,000 feet. Let me have a quick look at my charts. My operator, we're switching over to Jeppesen actually soon, so I'm really looking forward to that, because I've been using the Jeppesen charts with Navigraph for ages, so they've actually helped with familiarisation, but it's good to come back into using these again. 1,200 feet then, or 1,234, 1,240. That's all set. Now, I couldn't get this to work earlier. Look, if I turn on the electric hydraulic pumps, look, there's no hydraulic pressure. What am I doing wrong here? Am I forgetting something? Now, after engine start, the engine pumps are kicking in. The engine-driven hydraulic pumps, I am getting hydraulic pressure, but the electric pumps, I'm not getting any hydraulic pressure unless there's something I've forgotten. I played my old streams back and I did get pressure last time with the ground interconnect switch open. That pressurised also system A, so don't know. I think I'm doing something wrong, but I'm not sure. Let's test the fire for the APU. AP5L, so reset. I think last stream I had to do that twice, then we'll start the APU. Excellent. Look, I love all this GSX going on in the background whilst the APU starting here. So we're loading boxes, look. Are they branded boxes? Yep, we've got some DHL stuff. Is that something from Google? Amazon? My goodness, who's ordered anything from Amazon? There's a large DHL, large Amazon centre near East Midlands Airport now. And we've got some large crates being loaded in the front here. We're going to be absolutely chocker by the time we're finished loading here. Captain Morpheus, everyone, hit the like button. Thank you very much, and good to see you. He says, hope you're doing well. Afternoon, Captain. Hope you're doing well. Very well, Steve. Nice to see you here, buddy. Listening, climb into the aft cargo bay to lift the S5 panel for the hydraulic pressure switch interconnect lever valve. Brilliant. I've actually believed you there for a second. Right, I think that's otherwise configured. Did I? No, I didn't test the smoke. Oops. Is that new? I can't remember if that was on the previous build. Anyway, we're all set now. INS we need to load up, so I'm going to put that to standby just to warm things up. Well. And we'll set the QNH, press the magic B button. We'll grab the ATIS and get the SID and clearance, and then we'll set up the INS there. So let me just grab the ATIS. We do have ATC here at the moment, which is good. So the frequency 122680. I know what I forgot to do. Turn on the radio master switches. This is a massive gotcha in the 727. Master switch 1 and 2 on. There we are. Now I've actually got a radio and nav aids. Just tuning up the ATIS. Why is that not playing anything? Uh-oh. Well, I've got it tuned, but I can't hear anything. Oh, maybe because it was on 685. No, still not getting any ATIS on voice. 122680 is turned up, volume's turned up. I'll have to get it via text, guys. I'll let you guys see what I can see. There we are. So, East Midlands Information Foxtrot. It's 1550 Zulu, 09 for departure. Winds from the north 9 knots, 10k, few clouds, 18 degrees, QNH 1022. Transition level 70. And we'll contact ground 121905 for clearance. So that's done. Don't know why that's not coming through on voice. It doesn't always work, does it?
Minimums. Approaching minimums.
So I've got ground tuned. We'll grab the clearance, go from there. Flying Walnut, thanks to the 19 months, madam. Hello from work at an insanely busy urgent treatment centre, just on break enjoying a chillax. Quite a brief moment until I return to the fray. Oh, thank you very much for popping in, Flying Walnut. It's a very important job you have, which is making sure everyone's looked after, and I hope you have a very quiet day at work, hopefully. Matthew Presley's here. An airline not using JEM? No, we've been using NavBlue for years. Yuck. My former employer tried to switch to Charts Plus from NavBlue. It did not go over well. Oh, that's what we've been using for 10 years, NavBlue. I actually quite like the Charts, but Jeppesen, yeah, and what's great is that it's not just the Jeppesen Charts. The app we get on our iPad is so much better than NavBlue's. The is it called Pro X Navtech or whatever it is, Navtech Pro X? It's really a powerful tool, much better than the NavBlue option from Airbus. So I've been using that and doing some e-learning at work, getting used to using it. So it's really, really good. Perfect. Let's now grab the clearance and see what we can expect here. Oh, hold on. What's happened to my radio? My push to... That's weird. Flight controls are all working, yeah. Flight Sim's having a bit of an interesting... Let me just see what's going on here. Push to talk button. Set. Weird. Okay, for some reason, and you guys might be able to... I know why. No wonder the radio's not working. I've not turned it on, you absolute prat. I might be able to get the ATIS now, guys. Oh, no, it's still not working. Maybe...
East Midlands Information.
Helps you turn the radio on, guys.
Information Foxtrot, time 1550 Zulu.
Oops.
Runway in use 09, wind 020 at 9, wind variable between 350 and 060. Visibility 10 kilometers or more.
Perfect.
Few clouds at 1700, ceiling 1900 broken. Temperature 18, dew point 14. QNH 1022. Transition
Brilliant.
level 70 for
Yeah, I'm not
clearance.
looking at chat right
Contact
now.
ground on 121.905.
Definitely a bit of a whoopsie moment, wasn't it? I forgot. Oh no! But I managed to finally get the clearance.
We did it! We did it! We did it! Yay!
Oh, my soundboard! I'm a professional DJ. Let's now get.
350
Oh no, that's the ATIS again. Let's have
060.
contact ground. Oh dear, oh dear. Right. I've definitely got the right frequency. Yeah. It's all good. It's all good. What stand am I on? At least I spotted it. Yeah. 102. Oh, that's weird. My push to talk button opened the window. Let's hope it doesn't do that again. Let's have a look. East Midlands ground. Good evening. It's quality 72 Lima stand 102 formation Foxtrot QNH 1022 departure clearance Luxembourg, please.
Quality 72 Lima Midlands ground. Hello, got a flight reroute. I'm going to send you a text. Let me know if you can accept.
Sorry, could you say that again, please? Quality 72 Lima.
Quality 72 Lima. Unfortunately, the route you found so valid. I've got a slight reroute. I'm going to send you a text. Let me know if you can accept when it arrives.
Oh, yeah, if you've got the new routing, I probably won't be able to accept it. Can I please take the filed flight plan if possible? Oh, no.
Quality 70 Lima. Just send the route. Let me know if you can. If not, I'll get coordinates for one.
Yeah, send it over and I'll have a look, thank you. Oh, no. I've spent so long writing down all the coordinates and waypoints for this route, plus the SIDS and stars need to meet up. I might go offline if that is completely changed, because the routing is built off sort of conventional navigation, but I spent a lot of time. Okay, that should be alright. I'm just going to have a look here. Right, so he wants me to go via Daventry, Mike 605 Bensu. Nah, and then Quebec 70 Biggin. Where's Bensu? It's just a real pain in the ass because it should be fine because that's off the Daventry radial, and then Quebec 70 Biggin. It's just a bit of a slightly longer routing, and then Upper Lima 9 to Conan. Okay, I can accept it, but I'm just gonna. I can't. It's. I can do BR nav anyway, but it's just I want to. All the waypoints I've got to program, I'm going to refile it and go from there. I might just. I might just see if we can coordinate the other routing. I'll just say that I'll request it. If not, I'll go offline.
4463 innovation Foxtrot Giant 253.
Jet T56, thanks for your
Quality 72 Lima. Yeah, if possible, can we coordinate to file the file flight plan, please? Just saves a lot of time. Otherwise, I'm going to program the INS.
Quality 72 Lima, Roger. Unfortunately, it goes the wrong way through some airspace that you shouldn't be going through. If you can reprogram it, it would be a big help, but there doesn't seem to be any London sectors on, so if it would make stuff easier for you, I think we can probably clear on that. I just gotta ask someone who knows more.
Okay, if we can stick with that for now. If it's not possible, I'll log off, but thanks for letting me know. Quality 72 Lima. The suspension's building. What I'll do is I'll get the clearance later. It's I don't understand why it's such an issue. The routing's almost identical, just up to the whatever, and it was what was SimBrief was going to use anyway. But now what we'll do, I'll probably what? Just hold on, guys. There's having a few issues with Streamlabs. Why has that not come up? Can you guys see Navigraph? Oh, I've had a bit of a weird thing going on with. Oh, what's going on? What? Why has that gone off screen? Navigraph? What's going on? Right, pro streamer issues here. My Navigraph NavBlue map has decided to go off screen for something in stream. Oh my god, what's going on with my Streamlabs? Has gone all weird. What has gone on with Streamlabs here? I have honestly. Oh, No, bear with me, I know what's going on. There we are, I fixed it. Oh, I'm not. When I don't stream in a long time, it all goes funky. So yeah, what we're going to do is, just to make things easier, is head offline, just so I can just deal with the flight plan. It's literally, there's no one online in London anyway, and it just takes us via Bensu, then right here, and go that way as well. But the routing's fine. It's a filed airway. In fact, I have flown. If I maybe had flown from East Midlands via Daventry to Dover, I've done this route, so it's fine. That's all done. So let's load the INS now with the flight plan route and go from there. So we've got this tuned. If it was a non-INS aircraft, I've got all this to tune. I've got to. Otherwise, I've already programmed and wrote down all the waypoints. It's right pain in the arse to have to program. Fading West, thank you very much for your $5 donation. That's very kind of you, thank you.
Been delving into XP12 after using MSFS exclusively.
Ooh.
Your passion and professionalism is the highlight in each video.
Thank you.
Cheers from Wyoming, USA.
That's very kind of you to say, Fading West. Thank you very much. And yeah, welcome to Explain 12. I really enjoy using the sim. I obviously love using Microsoft Flight Sim as well, but there's a lot of value in that sim. And, you know, the way flight's handled is really realistic, and, you know, I will be using both sims and 2024 and Explain 12 for the foreseeable future. So thank you very much for your very kind donation. Very, very kind. So, let's now, just to save a bit of time, because I am aware we've been streamed for 25 minutes and I've not even loaded the INS yet. So, this is the SID we're going to fly. It's all conventional. It's really cool. So we're going to fly outbound 2 miles, right turn, 5 miles, and then we're going to make another right turn to fly inbound to Honolulu. So we're going to have to tune all the radials for this, and then make a left turn inbound Daventry. So we're going to fly all of this conventionally, and we'll load Daventry as our first INS waypoint. So it'll be quite busy in the flight deck, but we'll make sure that everything is done as realistically as possible regarding this navigation. Now, first thing we need to do is actually load up our aircraft here. So we're on stand 102, so we need to find the coordinates. So stand 102 is here, and 102, 101 and 102. So here's our initial coordinates. So we'll rotate this to position. Oh, I've not even started the alignment process yet. And we'll insert our position. So we've got align, rotate to position. Oh no, standby, that's fine. So which one was it? 102. Oh no, what stand was I on? I can't remember. 102, 102. So it was the third one here. North 52, 49.6. North 52, 49.6. Insert. And then west 001,209. Insert. So that's our position in. We'll now move that to align. And you can check the alignment status on the status page 085. Now, to save a bit of time, you can press this ready nav button to do a quick alignment, which I really like as a feature, because I did it earlier and it took so long for the alignment to complete, but we can save a bit of time doing that. So as mentioned, we're going to program Daventry as our first INS waypoint. So if I go here to SimBrief, oh dear, my monitors are going to turn off in 5 minutes. Let me just stop that from happening. There we go. SimBrief flight plan. I love that on SimBrief you can actually highlight each waypoint. So there we are, Daventry is our first waypoint. So rotate this to waypoint to number 1, and then we'll start programming the INS now. So north 52.10.8, north 52.10.8, insert west 001,068. This shouldn't take too long. I've only got 6 waypoints this evening, guys. After Daventry, it's direct to Dover, and each of these INS waypoints are after a long track. So Dover, then Coxey, Rember, and then to Dickrish, or Dickrish or Dixie, I can't remember the waypoint name. So it all sort of makes sense with the OFP waypoints. So after Dover, it's going to be direct to after Daventry, sorry, direct to Dover, and we'll back this up en route. So it's going to be north 51,098. Insert, and then east 001,215. 001,215. Insert. Waypoint number 3 is Coxey. North 51, 057, insert East 002 391, insert waypoint number 4 is Remba. Do you remember? North 5039.7, insert East 004 548, insert waypoint number 5, our penultimate point, Dietrich, November 49 51.7, insert East 006 078. Bear with me guys, I'll get to chat in a second. Last waypoint, in case I get completely lost, is it'll take us to Luxembourg, which is north 49 37.4, insert East 006 123 006 123, insert. There we are, just check the alignment status. So it's still on 75, but if I press this, look, ooh, ready, 05, completes the alignment, go to nav. So it just saves a bit of time. You don't need to hit the initial zeros, I know I do on some lists, but not others. There we are, INS is now aligned. Navigraph has evolved into the most powerful flight sim tool ever. It's a fantastically powerful tool, absolutely. Really, I mean, you know, I've been using it for some time, and I'm not affiliated with them, but really do enjoy using it. Who else we got here? Rosie, you're only one day off the right day for singing that song, Cap. Oh yes. What's the lyrics? In September, I can't remember the words now. I have to look it up. Cool. So there we are. It looks like all the loading of the cargo is completed. So APU bleed can be popped on now. So it's just on the engine 2 APU bleed. Oops. There we go. We'll turn on the packs. Now what have I missed there? What? Hold on. Maybe it was a bit... Hey! Maybe it was a bit too early putting the packs on. Let the pressure build. Now try the packs. Oh, crikey! It would seem the APU is unable to pressurise the packs on the ground unless there's something I'm missing. I honestly don't know. Right, well, temperature in the cabin's fine. So let's now just set up the nav aids for departure. So here is the Daventry 4 Papa. So climb straight ahead. Right turn, we need 109.35 tuned, which is the ILS. So all of the initial turns are based off the DME, off that frequency. So it's just initially a track to fly 133, and then it's after 5 miles we start this turn inbound to Honolulu. So we need 113.65 on standby. And then Jim can have 16.4 for the second course and track. So 16.4. So we need to set radial or inbound 217 for the 037 inbound. So 217, and Jim can have 158. So 217. And then Jim, you can have 158. I can't remember if you can pick up the nav aids using Morse on this add-on. I'll have to turn the lights up soon, aren't I? Can we get the Morse code? Oh, I can hear it, but it's really... I think that just spins indefinitely. I think I can hear it, but it's really, really faint. I think it was the same when I last flew the aircraft as well. Oh, APU can power what? Ah, thanks, Jeff. So the APU doesn't have the ability to provide pressure for more than one pack on the ground. I can believe it. Perfect. Right. Performance then. We've covered the nav aids and the departure. So takeoff, we'll set the weather. 020. Oh, is that the wind now? 020 18 knots. It's picked up a little bit, hasn't it? Oh, it's not what it says on the METAR. METAR says 030 is 11 with the latest one. I'll just do one more refresh. Oh, that's better. QNH is set. Saying that's the takeoff distance for runway 09 flat 15. That's the maximum we could lift, which is, I think, the aircraft's maximum takeoff weight. 1600 metre run. So we can set the trim and the thrust and set the V-speeds as well. 128, 128, 130. East Midlands is an NADP 1 departure, so we're going to climb straight ahead follow the SID. When we're at 3,000 feet, we'll maintain V2 plus 20 knots initially. So about 160 knots we'll do, or 150 on the climb out. Once we get to 3,400 feet, we'll accelerate to 250 knots and continue routing on the SID. Climbing to flight level 900, which I'll set here. So I'll depart offline, guys. When I get up to a lot higher level, I'll go back online, and I think there's some ATC later on in Luxembourg, which will be good. John Franco, can you delete INS waypoints if ATC gives you a direct to? You can route direct to an existing waypoint you've programmed by pressing waypoint change 0 and then the number you've programmed for the waypoint, and then insert, and then it'll update a direct to. That's the way you do that. But you can reprogram new waypoints if you wish, but I didn't really fancy doing that when he said I had to route a whole different way, because I'd have to create a new flight plan and reprogram and choose which waypoints to program. It's a bit time consuming, but yeah, it's an unusual one. Right, APU's up and running. We can get GSX to do its thing. So request, prepare for pushback and departure. We're already on the APU, aren't we? No, I never actually closed the generator. There we are. So now we're on the APU. We can trip the external power. Get all the chocks off. So remove the cones, remove the chocks, remove the ground power.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Oh, it's generic Microsoft Flight Sim voice. There we are. GPU's disconnected. I think we programmed everything. We need a little bit of lighting in here. How are these pilots flying crazy hours as they do? I know I would not want to be flying at this sort of night every day. I do it occasionally, but I'm sort of landing no later than 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. I do have sometimes some sims that land finish very late, sort of half 2 in the morning. That's hard enough, but at least I know what time I'm finishing. Good. I think that door should close in a second. There we go. And that will disconnect the stairs. But yeah, the Microsoft Flight Sim 2024 does look... the campaign mode looks like a bit of fun. So I might do, when it's released, a playlist where I have Jim. We'll fly as Jim and we'll have a campaign. Start off as a private pilot's license with a PPL, and we'll work our way, get all our licenses. I think it could be a bit of fun. But yeah, there's definitely a... I think for a lot of people, those who maybe are a bit more gaming orientated will enjoy the campaign. So things like fighting fires, and the chopper stuff I think would be a lot of fun. So yeah, but well, I don't know whether in time Microsoft Flight Sim 2020 or the original one, this one will be redundant, or will we be... Oh, GSX Pro is outdated. It wasn't earlier. Right, I want to be pushing east, so I want nose right, tail left.
Release parking brakes.
I'm not ready. So packs off, which they are. Anti-collision light is
Release parking
on.
brakes.
Parking brake is released. Hold the brakes down.
Commencing push.
Out off.
All engines
There we
clear.
are.
Start at will.
Yeah, let's make Jim actually do something. Matt, you don't mind the red eyes, but only if it's a red eye taking me home. Yeah, mid-trip one's the worst. No, I'm very fortunate, my operator. We have a very stable roster, so we don't have scheduled night flights. Hello, Mr. Fireman. Let's now start the engines. This scenery is absolutely stunning. It's just like the real thing. Maybe. There's a 7.6. I've not flown the 7.5 or 7.6 for a while. I've been the only decent ones in Flight Facts, but is it Bluebird they're making one for Microsoft Flight Simulator? That could be cool. Right then, let's start now. Engine number 3 to grounds. N2, yeah, we're going to open the windows for this. N2. I think oil pressure's over here somewhere, isn't it? There it is. Oil pressure's rising. And N1, I think 20% N2, which we're already way past. Fuel goes on. I think they've made lots of... There's been so many updates since we last flew it, so I think things like the EGT, the small ups are a little bit more realistic. However, I noticed on the climb the exhaust temperatures are quite low, so I don't know if that's a bug. Or maybe it's just this aircraft, I don't know. Right, No oil pressure lights extinguished. Starting engine number 2. When the cabin pressure alarm sounds, will remind you the window's open. Unbelievable, Petrich. Unbelievable.
Set parking brakes.
Perfect. Parking brake. Oh yeah, they've updated it, so I'm going to hold the brakes down like that, which is realistic, to be fair. Oh, but I can't actually. Click spot's blocked. There we go.
Waiting your confirmation for good engine start.
I'm working on it. Starting engine number 2. Need more volume out here. Where's that chap gone? He's waiting for me to give him a thumbs up for the engine start. Good engine starts. Oil pressure lights extinguished. To grounds. N2. At least we left the horses at home today. Actually, I don't know if there's any horses in the back. I have not checked. Oh yes, don't open the rear door. Do we have any? We do. We do have horses still. We still have horses. Yes. East Midlands finest going to Luxembourg, it would seem. Oh wait, I forgot to play my horse soundboard. Where I do have some horse sound effects. I remember saving them. Now I can't find them. There they are. Pro streamer. Right. Oh, listen to those old engine starts.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start.
Best shut the
You
window
can disconnect.
before I forget.
Unlocking gear.
I do love how it quietens the sound when you close the window. Don't forget those engines are quite far behind us. Awesome. Joshua, what altitude do you normally go from VREF plus 20, then flaps up speed to then 250 knots? Did I say VREF plus 20 and I confused you? I was meant to say, Joshua, V2 plus 20. That's the typical climb out speed for the NG, the 737 and MAX. But it's all based off the noise abatement departure procedure. So for an NADP2 departure, you'd accelerate at 1,000 feet above the ground, and for NADP1, 3,000 feet above the ground. But some airports have non-standard acceleration heights.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed.
1, 2, 3. Generators on.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
APU off. No start switches, probes on. No anti-ice required. No, I didn't turn the probes on, that was the anti-ice. Air conditioning, we can turn off, or turn on the... Oh no, they're already on, they shouldn't be. I can close those, but... Oh, what have I done? I've screwed something up here. Right, so open bleed 1, open bleed 2. Why is the pressure not building? I thought we turned these off. What have I done wrong here, guys? This did not happen on the test sector. I'm just going to come back to those. Hydraulics I'm going to turn on. Hydraulic pumps, flaps to 15. Perfect. Flight controls, forward, back, left, right, rudders, right and left. Good, that's done. Recall is known checked. Let's just try this pressurization panel again. No, they're the packs. What am I doing? So bleeds. Why is there no pressure building up? There's a slight change in the pack temperature, but I've got the bleeds on and the packs are off, but there's no increase in bleed pressure. This didn't happen. I'm gonna have to. Oh, now I've got no... Ah, hold on. What's going on here? This is probably my poor knowledge on the 727, but it would seem I can't get the bleed air from engine 3. If I turn that off, engine number 3 is running, isn't it? Yeah, they're all running. I don't know why it's losing pressure when I put... If I put bleed 3... Oh, hold on. Yeah, if I turn off the engine 2 here, I drop all pressure. I'm going to have to leave it on. probably, Jeff. You don't take off with bleed. You don't take off with bleed 2. This is a simulator issue. Okay. Well, I'm going to leave it like that. And I definitely am pressurised, but probably over pressurised. Right, I'm done. Let's now release the parking brake. I've definitely turned all 3 engines on, didn't I? Right, let's taxi out to runway 09. So here we are. We're going to taxi here. Zoom all the way in. Bravo Alpha, we'll take off from Golf for 09, and then we'll brief the departure. We'll get to the whole point because it's quite a complicated one. Right, let's do a config check. Remember, we extend all the way to the forward stop. Make sure there's no config warning, which there isn't. Oh, trying to move 3 thrust levers is tricky. There we are, on our way. Don't forget to turn on the taxi and turn off lights. Awesome. Live time, live weather. Lovely evening here in the Midlands. And here's quality 72 Lima. Yes, again, sorry if anyone was controlling here and I logged off. It was just with the new rerouting given, I'd have been another 15 minutes sorting flight plans, reloading the INS, and I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna get out of here. We'll get to cruise and then we'll log back in. Yeah, 43 minutes is too long. Fading West. Yes, I have. Have you ever used a sim to familiarise yourself with an airport procedures you've not flown to in real life previously? I do, and that's one of the... Apart from streaming, I still use the sim for things like that. And most recently, I say most recently, it was a few months back, I was flying to Corfu and hadn't been there for years. And Corfu is quite a tricky airport to fly into. You have runway 35, which is RNAV SID, but it's onto a very short runway. And then you have 16. Now, historically, 16 has been a circle to land. But they now have an RNAV arrival onto runway 16, which is sort of quite offset, 20 degrees, and it puts towards a mountain. And I was doing it at night for the first time, and I thought, no, I'm just going to fire it up in the sim. So I fired it up in the Zebo mod and flew it, and then I flew the actual approach the next day, and it was absolutely identical to what I did in the sim. And there's real world value in people or pilots trying that before trying it in real life. Really, there is, you know. So yeah, absolutely. There we are. So we're now on the main taxiway. We're just at the whole point here via Golf. Martin Keel, do I use eye tracking? I do. There we are. I'll turn it on now. I generally only use it though when flying visually, when trying to locate things, because it is a nice tool. I thought I was going to use it more, but I sort of, when you're looking straight ahead and it's very sensitive and you want to flick small switches on an aircraft like this, it's tricky. So generally I use it for sort of VFR flying, or if I'm flying a visual manoeuvre. Fading West, thank you very much. You've just joined as a member. Glad you enjoyed the content. You get invited to our members only Discord. I hope you enjoy using the customization chat. Thank you very much for the support. Marty, yes, for the circle to land, absolutely, that's very useful. Cool, there we are, the whole point. Just set the parking brake. So just do a little check for ourselves. So config we checked, flaps we have 15, green light, stab trim set for takeoff, which is about 6 units set. Takeoff briefing, well, the air conditioning pressurization set as best as I can. And the speeds we've set as well. All the V speeds are here. We're going to fly out. Just bug our fly out speed actually, which will be about 150 knots. Departure then is going to be this Daventry for Papa. Climbing straight ahead 2 DME. Right turn track 133 until 5 DME. That's all based off the ILS. Then make a right turn to intercept the 037 radial inbound to Honolulu, stopping the climb at flight level 90. And then at 19 miles from Honolulu, we'll tune Daventry, fly inbound on the 338 radial to Daventry. And that's all tuned, backed up, ready for our departure. So that's it. No cabin. It's all secure. There's no ATC, because we just logged offline temporarily. We'll imagine we've got our takeoff clearance. And the wind was from the north at about 020 knots. So let's pop on our external lights. Taxi light can come off. And the strobes can come on. Oops, a bit more thrust. There we are. Obviously the engines are right at the back. You wouldn't hear them in the cockpit. Tail skids extended. Patriots RE 2024, mostly curious to see if 2020 add-ons work just fine. Yeah, I mean, I feel a bit sorry for the developers, because I think with 2024 around the corner in 2 months' time, surely that's going to affect sales, because if I was wanting to buy a scenery or an aircraft, I'd be sort of thinking, well, if I'm going to go to 2024, I'll just hold back for a bit. For me personally, but yeah, I think they've really much stressed that there will be backwards compatibility, haven't they? Perfect. Let's just line this up. Look at that shadow. That's so cool. In fact, we're landing easterly in Luxembourg, so we'll have a nice shadow following us all the way down. For those of you unfamiliar with East Midlands, there's an aero park there with lots of classic RAF jets. Cool, there we are. There's no timer on this aircraft, but we'll note the airborne time. It's going to be around 1650 Zulu, just for our fuel and time checks. Toga's in chat. Let's go to Luxembourg. So, standing the engines up. Perfect. That's about stabilised. Looks good. Nothing's peaking. And we'll now set takeoff thrust. Light forward pressure. There we are. Just slightly less than fuel. Looking for an EPR around 2. There we are. That's set. Thrust set. Indications normal. Airspeed's alive. Checked. Release forward pressure. Textures look so good here. Hands off. There we are, rotate. Keep pulling, there we are. Ooh, bit of right rudder in, keep the wings level. Ooh, bit wavy, there we are, we're airborne. Cool, blimey, there's that wind. Gears coming up. Excuse the noise on my silly thing. Right, pitch up to 150. There's Ratcliffe Power Station on the left, look at the window, out the window, that's really cool. So we've got the DME both on 1 and 2, we're just waiting for 2 miles. Got a localizer tuned as well, so we can avoid deviating there. Maintaining around 150 knots. More noise please, I want to hear those massive loud engines. That was amazing. Good, so we're waiting for 2 miles. Let's pitch up a little bit, just reduce thrust slightly. So coming up to 2 DME, we're going to make that right turn tracking 133. Coming up to 3,000 feet, just maintaining 150 knots still. Keep turning right. There we are. Wings level, tracking 133. There's 3,300 feet, so 1,000 feet will bug up. 5 buck 250 knots. We're now waiting for 5 DME. So I'm just going to set about 500 feet per minute and we'll start retracting the flaps. I don't know what the flap retraction speed is for from 15 to 5, so we'll just wait until around 170 knots. There we are, so we're going to flap 5. So quiet. Check your EPR. Ooh, yeah. Let's reduce that thrust slightly. I'm about 9. Ooh, a little bit low on engine number 2. That's better. Flat 1. Let's watch my track there. I'm meant to be tracking 133. There we go. Waiting for 5 DME. That's 4 miles. Have they updated it so it's actually nautical miles now? Flaps up. Right. There we are. Oh, flaps up is bug 250. That's really cool. I like that. Right, 5 miles, right turn. Need to now flick over to Daventry. Oh, Honolulu. Now we're going to use that radial and distance here. Oops, watch my nose. Set standards. Just keep going that nose. Oh, what happened to my course? I thought I'd set that. 217 I need. Well, I'm trying to hand fly and set radials hard. 217, there we are, on the radial nearly. Pitch nose down. We'll level off at 9:0. Do I watch anime? No, I don't. So I'll pop up Navigraph for myself. Oh yeah. Oh, you guys can't see it because I'm on the wrong screen. I'll just turn off yoke cam. There we are. Just show you what radial we're intercepting. Look, looking good. A little bit off it there, but not bad at all. Turn the sim sounds up a bit now as well. So there we are, almost at 250 knots. We're on the radial. So now we're going to fly, continuing on this radial until we're a distance of 19 miles. Try not to descend, pitch up to maintain 250 knots. Next level. Whoa. And now we're there. Oh, my workload. Just trim for 250, there we are. So trim's in. We'll turn on the autopilot, nav lock, and IS hold, outcell. So now it's tracking inbound on this radial. And we've got 2 to go. We'll just level off at 90 for a second. After takeoff checklist, so gears off. Order brake to disarm. Just check we are pressurising. We're not pressurising. Nope, we are not pressurising, guys. What is going on with this pressurisation? Packs are off. There we go. I fixed it. We're now pressurising. That's why we check all these things. Just levelling off at 90. Just make sure I did arm the altitude. I did. Whoa, overshot. Come on, autopilot. Level off at 90. Blech. Reduce the thrust as well to maintain 250 knots. Waiting until 19 miles Honolulu, so 21. That was a good catch, wasn't it? Yeah, cabin altitude's now decreasing, diff's increasing. We're good. God, it's a good job we checked that. There we are. We just leveled off at 90. We're now waiting for 19 miles. That's 20, so we should be coming up. There we are. Look, up to the point. So now 158. So I'll go heading select now. The workload is so high on an aircraft like this. So take its turn knob. Heading select. Make sure you bug the correct heading first. Ah! No, don't zoom out. Turn left. Turn left. Oh, it's a problem with desktop sims. Honolulu 16.4. Sorry, Daventry 16.4. And the radial's 158. I would have overshot it slightly. Yeah, only ever so slightly. There we are. Just because my heading bug wasn't aligned. And we're maintaining 250 knots, flight level 90. Good. So we'll now set 330. That's set. And IS held. So I need to turn... What do I need to turn on? I have to turn one of these off, don't I? Ah, yeah, outcell. Arm. IS hold. And we'll now set climb thrust. Whoa, steady. Don't want to blow these engines up. We're about 90% M1. Just adjusting each of the thrust levers. About 90%. There we go. And we're climbing at 250 knots. There we are, passing flight level 100. Now re-intercepting that radial which overshot. But now's a good time to go to INS. And then we'll accelerate to 300 knots as well. So let's go now to vertical speed. We're going to keep climb thrust set, lower the nose to about 1,000 feet per minute, and we'll accelerate to 300 knots. So I'm using vertical speed now with climb thrust set, bugging 300. When we're at 300, we'll go back to IS hold, just leveling off there. INS now, so we're going to go to waypoint change, 0 present position to 1, insert, and now hopefully if I go to AUX nav, it's going to route direct to Daventry. Yeah, the fact it's not turning is a good sign. There's 300 knots, so back to IS holds. Post-cruise check. So fuel, we'll check in a second. Lights, logo, AP's on pressurization. Just better check this. Yeah, cabin altitude is slowly descending. Diff's now quickly increasing, which is good. That was my fault, left the packs off. And set, no belts. Fuel should be roughly balanced. Got a little bit more, a little bit less in tank 3. Just keep I have to fine tune the engines. There we are, check's complete. Climbing at 300 knots indicated. Inbound Daventry, but obviously we're using INS now, but you can see there's the straight line. We've got 16.4. Tune that back box 1 and 2. There we are. So we've got all the HSIs and DME now off VOR, which we're flying into. Update Jim's, which is already updated. There we go. 14 miles to run. There we go. Oh, that was a busy departure. Guys, I'm very much talking to myself in that period, but do you find that useful, what I'm doing, explaining? I'm trying to do it at a pace which is good, and if there's anything I was saying that you don't understand, feel free to ask questions in chat. But I was basically single pilot a three pilot aircraft as accurately as I could, and I'm quite happy with how it all played out. I'll get to the cruise and I'll log back on again. You know, I would have perhaps stayed on if I was in any other aircraft that didn't have INS. I would have accepted the rerouting, no problem at all, easy to reprogram, but not in this. It's too long to reprogram and refile and whatnot. It's such a bullet, this plane. It's climbing so well. Oh yeah, we don't have a... Do they have an altimeter sync feature in the Flight Sim Studio 7.2, or do I have to set them all manually like I'm doing now? Jim, some lighting here. Lovely FPS, nice and smooth. There you go, Jim, you can have some lighting as well. Jim, do you need to set QNH? So, yeah, we have to set standard as we climb to a flight level Jim gauge, which I've just done now, 1013 on all three altimeters. Then when we descend, we'll need to set the local QNH on all three altimeters as well. Hi Andy, hope you're doing well. Hope you're feeling better as well. Evening all, Mr. Star, but I'll catch up with that tomorrow. Awesome, hope you're doing well, buddy. Nice to see you here. Mark Freeman, this is always a fantastic learning experience. Ah, perfect. I'm glad you enjoyed it, sir. There's 20,000 feet, and we're overhead Daventry now. Should be changing over to waypoint number 2. There we are, waypoint 1 to 2. Which is going to be Daventry now, inbound to Dover. We've got 2 VORs, Brookman's Park, Lambourne, and essentially the other routing was going to take us the other way around London. Beautiful evening here. Your primary altimeter is not set to 1013. Oh yes, sorry. There you go. It was about a millibar and a half out, but well spotted, sir. Joshua, have you flown the Max 9 or 10? I haven't. Just the unique Max. Well, we'll call it the Max 8. Hi Tom Hates Cats, coming in from, remind me, Thailand. Hope you're doing well. Set the new radial. We're not using the VOR navigation anymore, but it's nice to keep it all backed up. There we go. We'll tune, might as well tune Dover. I mean, we're going to pass Brookman's Park and Lambourne, but Dover's going to be the next turn, so 11495, Jim can have that. Perfect, won't be in range yet. Oh no, we are in range, look. We're now 100 odd miles from the Dover VOR. Perfect. Still maintaining 300 knots in the climb. We'll keep this speed until we get to around Mach decimal 80, which will be our cruise speed today. Craig, have you flown a DC6 or DC3 in the sim? Yes, we've flown both. Neither of them for a very long time, but they have both been flown before. Global Express Logistics and Mail, or horses, it would seem today. Perfect. All is good here in the 7.2 anyway. Just under £6,000 of fuel per tank. We've got 5,800, 5,700, and 5,800. We might balance the fuel later, but it's only £100 less in the right engine. Yes, TNT. Of course, explosives. I see the link now. What's the weather like in Luxembourg this evening? It's quite nice. I had a little look before we left, as we always would do as professional pilots. Yeah, winds from the east, a few clouds, 19 degrees, QNH 1020, really nice evening. Giggy Raddy, have you done an overnight recently? No, I haven't done any overnights for a few months now, which has been nice. I've been in the sim all week this week. I did a check ride for a crew, 6-month recurrent training as a TRE, and the rest was all as TRI. I was instructing some fixed base sim sessions, so the earlier stages of the type rating. So the type rating sort of takes about a month and a half, 2 months. It's divided into fixed base sims. So the fixed base sims are the first part where you just are introduced to setups and cockpit familiarization, and then you do some takeoffs and landings, and then you do some routes. Once that's done, the SOPs are to a good standard. We introduce the QRH and non-normal situations and supplementary procedures, which is what I did at the start of the week. And once that's done, you then move to the full flight, which is all the handling exercises, the level D sim. So I did full flight at the end of the week, fixed base stuff at the beginning, and some sims this week. But next week I'm flying all week. Oh no, I'm not. I've got 1 sim and 4 flights. I've got 2 4-sector days and a Tenerife Canary one, which is training, which is always an interesting sector for training because it's not very beneficial. But now I'm going to next week. I'll tell you the countries, not the airports. Spain and Italy on 1 day sim. Spain, Portugal, Spain, and undisclosed place to the west of the UK. Oh dear. They sound a bit like this.
Whose horse is that?
Whose horse is that? Yes, it's someone who's put one in the back of this aircraft. Brilliant. Almost at decimal 80. Look, 300 knots. Mach decimal 80 now. So what I'm going to do is just sort of tweak the bug to make sure we're maintaining the speed. Undisclosed is the popular place now. I've been there a lot. Let's listen to it. Joshua Reap, very good question. When a flight is delayed, does that count towards the maximum flight hours in a day? So if a flight becomes too delayed, you can't do the flight. That's correct. So yes, there's a difference between flight time. So that's the actual time we record when we're moving the aircraft from off blocks to on blocks, and then we have something called duty time. Now, duty time is very much regulated, and the duty time it depends on certain factors, the amount of sectors you're flying, what time you started your duty. But typically for a 2-sector day, it's a maximum 13 hours duty. Now that can be extended. The captain has the ability to extend that. It's called captain's discretion. To extend it, you must be flying to your home base. You can't be flying away from your home base. All the crew members have to agree. So your colleague in the flight deck and all the cabin crew as well. There's some other caveats too. So for example, you've got to be sort of, there's no uncertainty that you cannot reach your destination. So if your home base, for example, had thunderstorms forecast or a curfew or closure, you couldn't exercise captain's discretion. But we do, where possible, exercise it to get everyone home, and yeah, don't have to do it very often, maybe once, twice a year. It depends if there's disruption. Oh my goodness me, Matthew knew he's come in with 10 gifted memberships. Holy moly, that's incredible. Thank you very much. Timmy, yeah. Well, I don't even know where to start, Matthew Newey. Thank you very much. You've only just recently joined as a member yourself, and now you've gifted 10 members. This is going to go on for absolutely ages. Very generous of you, sir. Thank you very much. Who do I say welcome to? Joshua Reap, Giggy, Skasong, Captain Brian, Chase, Jonathan, Burrito, Brazil, Gockip1, Hayden, who was a member, has come back as well for a month. Nabil is here too. That's very, very generous of you. Thank you. Welcome to all the new members. That's nothing to do with me. That's all thanks to a very generous offer from Matthew Newey. Thank you very much, sir. And if you have joined, try and make the members group flights on Sunday for some cool prizes. Amazing. Thank you. Cheers, Listerman. Very, very generous. Oh, crikey. I'm doing Mach decimal 85 now. I'd best bring that speed back a little bit. Oh, actually, I don't think it actually bugs up a bit. I'm going to have to recycle IS hold now. Or is there a Mach hold? No, there isn't, is there? Right, I'm going to go vertical speed then. And just now I can actually start using. Well, we'll just do decimal 8.5, no problem. This aircraft's so fast. I can actually use this rudimentary auto throttle, which is actually on the real aircraft on some of the later gen 727s. It isn't recommended in climb or cruise, but seeing we're nearly there with steady cruise, it's fine. And we'll just use VS to climb the last few feet. There we are. The throttle's taken over. And I've not killed anyone. Diff pressure's 7.8 psi, cabin altitude's 6,000 feet, although it should be 4,800. Slowly climbing. Please stop climbing. Keep an eye on that. Joshua C, is it ever possible in the 7.3 to have a third pilot jump seat on a longer sector? Not for any rest reasons, not at my operator anyway, but typically there if it's a line check as an extra pilot in the jump seat, or if someone's observing because they're just about to start training. Hi Rahit, long time no see, nice to see you here in chat buddy. There we are, it's a short sector, we're only going to probably spend about 10-15 minutes in the cruise guys. And then we'll log back onto that sim. What we'll do, we'll just get towards Dover, the FIR boundary, and then we'll check back in. There we are, flight level 330. I'm just going to slowly reduce that thrust to maintain Mach decimal 8.5. And we've been airborne, what time are we airborne? 50? We've been airborne for 19 minutes, and look at that, since leaving East Midlands we've just crossed past London. Crossing the Thames estuary now. There it is, look at that. Oh, look, there is London. London City. Definitely one for yoke. Drone cam. Look at that. Front of the aircraft is glowing orange, and that's not the paint, it's because we're doing decimal 8.5. So fast this thing. Not many of these flying around now though. Superb. Oh, I can't jump into the cockpit for some reason. There we are, because I'm not an X-plane, that's why. What's happened? What? Well, I don't know what's going on with my pre-saved cameras, but I can't... What is going on? What? I can't get into the cockpit, guys. Alright, so that's that view. What's going on? Right, that's that thing. Right. This is meant to be in the cockpit. Oh, I don't know what happened there. All my pre-saved views aren't working. Numpads on. What's going on? I've broken it. Jamlin, thank you very much. 54 months to the member. You could have used Beyond ATC to get ATC. I wonder how it could have asked you to reroute. No, it wouldn't have done it at all. But appreciate it. Thank you very much for your continued support, buddy. Guys, I need to fix... I don't know what's happened to my keyboard, but all my pre-saved views have been... 50,
40.
Oh, it's 30, just number one's deleted
20,
itself.
10.
Oh, Fading West. Very generous of you as well, so thank you. Thank you very much.
We recently had FA cancel her trip at the airport because she thought she saw a mouse when boarding.
What?
She was inconsolable. Rest of the crew timed out and flight cancelled. I'm a ramper here in the US.
Right. Firstly, Fading West, you not only joined as a member, you very generously donated me $10. Am I right in reading that you had a flight attendant cancel her trip at the airport because she thought she saw a mouse whilst boarding and she was inconsolable? Oh my goodness me, that's hilarious. Fading West, thank you very much for the $10. I'm very sorry that your flight got cancelled and due to a mouse. Not heard that one before. Thank you very much for your donation, sir. Unbelievable. Alex, I hope you're doing well. I like that livery. Used to work for TNT Post Disappoint and Post NL. Post NL, yes, we were saying about this. And now is it ASL Belgium bought TNT out? Well, one of these, a 146. No, not a 146. A 737-400 of this airline crashed at East Midlands once. Or they didn't crash, sorry. They went around and the gear hit the grass, and then they went to... Was it Birmingham? There's a video of that on YouTube actually from a police helicopter. A mouse. The flight sim scared of a mouse. That's brilliant. Anyway, here we are. Approaching Dover, and then we have Coxey, then Bhopal. We'll start talking about our descent. Alright. Oh yeah, we'll log back onto VATSIM. Let me just make sure I'm on Unicom. There we are. So Unicom, I've reconnected, guys. Oh my goodness me, there's a lot of ATC on. See what happens. Oh, TNT Mail is Dutch. I have no idea. Right, let me just update my navigation systems. Just want to make sure we've got this all tuned. And then, so we're going to go Coxey, from Coxey outbound to Remember. So I just want to get Coxey tuned. 14.5. Oh, look at that. Just logged on. There's some traffic there. Oh, the contrails look interesting. So 14.5, and the outbound radial is 105. So 14.5, 105. Where's the traffic? It looks, oh my, it looks like a bit of spacecraft burning up in the atmosphere. Why is it not loading a model? What? No model there. Thick contrail. That's like my most recent Instagram reel I posted yesterday. Very cool that there's two lines over the contrails. Cool. As I was saying, 14.5 for nav 1, nav 2. I wonder how many 727s are on VATSIM right now. Am I the only one? It's probably full of A320s and 777s. Fading West, a few weeks before that we had a flight attendant cancel her trip because she lost her phone. You haven't had much luck, have you? Unbelievable. Inbound Coxey. There we are, overhead Dover. There's the port of Dover. Calais will be there. Bye bye UK. Yeah, Andy, I remember that. You remember that in Birmingham with a main gear missing? Yeah, they're in the grass at East Midlands, wasn't it? What was that question there I missed earlier? I saw Joshua. Sorry to all the questions, but was there any point in your training you considered a career change? I hear it often. What, from airline? No. I was pretty heart set. You know, worked hard to make sure that I could achieve the dream and goal I wanted. So I didn't ever think of leaving at any point, going elsewhere. Nor do I now. Francesco, any tips for flying into Fiumicino? Yeah, get a bit of pen and paper. And flying out of Fiumicino in any Italian airport, the SIDs always have funky transitions, and you have to always try and work out which transition you need from the SID. Apart from that, no, it's all fine, like most of the airports. It's getting dark now. Right, anyway, let's start talking about this approach today. So we expect ILS 06. The arrival we're flying is this one. It's going to be the Remba 5 kilo. So we're going to fly from Remba inbound to Diekrich. And from Diekrich, if there's ATC, great. If not, don't worry. Look, there's a procedural arrival, which is why I decided to go to Luxembourg today. Because not many airports have these sort of arrivals still. So this gives us the ability, if there's no ATC, to fly the entire thing procedurally. So from Diekrich, on the start, we'd make a right turn outbound 204, step down to 4,000 feet, and then we'd make a left turn after 18.5 miles onto the localizer for runway 06. Okay. Elevation is 1,200 feet. Now, working out our top of descent, I did a bit of maths earlier. Diekrich, I'd like to be at around flight level 90. So a bit of maths, guys. If I want to be at 90 at Diekrich and I'm at 33,000 feet, how much height do I need to lose? 24 is a really nice approach. Never landed on 06. I think 06 in use right now. It's been easterly winds all day. Excuse me, that's some water. The wind's actually from the east, still 5 knots. .29 miles until we get to Coxey. Aviation Dream, hello from Luxembourg, hope you're doing well. Well, 25 at the moment, slightly less. We're at 33,000 feet, and we need to get to 9,000 feet. It's actually 24,000 feet. We'll call it 25 though if you want. So, if we want to be at 9,000 feet at decrease here, okay, or there, how many miles before do we want to be descending from decrease? So it's 24,000 feet to lose. If you times 24 by 3, that's 72 miles. Okay, so 72 miles before decrease will initiate our descent, and that's roughly, losing 3,000 feet every 10 miles, and that's a rough rule of thumb. And I found if you go idle thrust in the 727, it actually descends very quickly at high speed. So 72 miles would be more than enough, or close enough to start our descent, and then we could use some speed distance time calculations to work out or adjust our rate of descent to ensure that we are at 9,000 feet at decrease, and then it's a good position of that height to be on vectors or fly the procedural approach. So based on that knowledge, what I'm going to do is tune decrease 14.4 here on Jim's side. 2 seconds whatever that was. 14.4, that's decrease. And now we're going to keep an eye out here on the first officer's DME, and we're waiting for that to come alive and say 74 miles, and then we'll start our descent. This is at 74 miles. Martin, thank you very much. A mere 53 months as a member. It's an incredible amount of time. Thank you. I see you're using the news plates from Alpaca Corporation. Absolutely, Martin. Thank you. Well, I wait very patiently for an Alpaca Airways liveried aircraft. I thought, because I just love this, well, now I know a Belgian airline livery. I hadn't flown it before. I had to download it. It's one of the most popular downloads on the Flight Sim website, so I grabbed it, and we went with Quality today, Quality 72 Lima. Superb. What else do we need to talk about then? Yes, we're going to fly this conventionally. We'll let INS get us to Remba, and then we'll tune up decrease and fly this all conventionally from there onwards. So from decrease, if there's no ATC, we'll fly outbound on the what radial is this? 204 radial, and then make a left turn. Then we'll get onto the ILS. We'll tune all this on standby. In fact, you know what? We can do this now. So we'll make the VO active box 1 and 2, which is 14.4, and then the ILS frequency. Oops! I just realised Navigraph's in the way. Sorry, guys. The ILS frequency is 1099. It's all ready for the ILS approach. Make it easier to spin it this side as well. Courses I can't set yet because we're going to be changing them all the time during the approach. We must be at 3,000 feet at Lima X-ray 06 Foxtrot, which is the final approach fix to intercept the glide slope. The minimums then is 1,358 feet, which is 200 feet AGL. So for the radio altimeter, I'll set that to 200 just so we get the MDA light at the appropriate height. So 200 feet. Set. So fly it procedurally, all vectors, MSA no issues, the terrain's flat around the airport, 3,700 feet to the north, bear in mind the elevation's 1,200 feet as well. So yeah, we'll intercept the ILS, 3-degree path, down to the minimums, RVR 600 metres. We've got this lovely freeware scenery from the Red Fox. Have a look in the video description below. Completely free to download, just one folder in the community folder, and you've got a realistic Luxembourg scenery from Microsoft Flight Simulator. I actually commented on his scenery to say thank you very much because it's really nice quality. And then in the go around, if we have to go around, I can't remember, we're going to use flat 30 for landing because it's a really long runway here in Luxembourg, but if I have to go around, I can't remember the initial go around flap setting. I'm going to go from flap 30 to I guess 15, climb to 3,000 feet off radial 057 until 4.9 DME Lux, and left turn to the decrease VOR, and then fly the procedure again, max 250 knots. And the length for the runway here, it's a really long runway. It's 4,000 meters. Yeah, 4,000 meters. We could easily make this exit here. Just after Delta 1, with even minimum auto brake, I think, with reverse thrust. We do have a landing performance calculator, but I don't know if it will work. This has charts on as well, but I prefer to bring up Navigraph for you guys. So landing weight, flat 30. I think this takes the actual wind, that's no good. We'll update that later, but you can see here, look, speeds, 1500 metres, no problem with stopping performance today. So that's done, we'll just set the order brake to low. Contrail there. Order brake, minimum. There we go. Check's complete. Just wait for the DME now. 74 miles to start our descent. Yes, that's a really good point here. Aviation Dream. Yeah, Luxembourg, runway 06. I've landed here before, years ago, when I was out of base. Flew into this airport. 06 is a very pronounced nose up attitude. In fact, I don't know if that's mentioned in the reference page. No. It'll be on one of the charts, for sure. Probably in the info section. Airfield briefing. Except for safety reasons, aircraft must conform to all relevant noise procedures. Aircraft must be operated to cause the least disturbance practical. Yeah, we're not the right aircraft and we're going to use full reverse thrust. LVP procedures. Yeah, it doesn't mention anything about the runway upslope. I'm sure it would somewhere. Nah. Well, it does have a pronounced nose up. Very interesting. So again, just waiting for DME. We are on VATSIM now. No ATC in this sector, unfortunately. And fat contrail. It's very uniform. Looks good. Brussels online. I don't think there's any upper sector. Not had a ding dong yet. So descent won't be far from now. We're just waiting, as I said, for this DME to come alive, and then 74 miles. When that says 74, we'll start our descent. Motorbikes past. Mr. Eric Carr, the chart shows a 55-foot difference between the runway ends. Ah, there you go. But usually, when there's a pronounced slope, they usually mention that in the notes section. They'll be like, yeah, runway's concave or upslope, downslope. I think it's going to be night by the time we land. I think the sun's set down there. Up here we can still see the sun, but if you look on the ground, you can see the sun's not illuminating anything, so looks like the sun's set overhead Brussels here. Oh, Gregory, that's your fat contrail. Very good. Beautiful evening here. Right, let's get some night lighting sorted. Ooh, that's better. It's got like a dome light, but that's going to be way too... Whoa, yeah, that's going to be annoying. Lighting's very nice though. That's too bright for night flying. Good, so INS still. We'll set up the HSI for this track inbound to Decrease. The inbound course is going to be 134, so we can pre-tune that now, or preset the course 134. Because once we're there, we'll stop using INS. Perfect. Aviation Dream, many cargo jets that land in Luxembourg roll down to the end of the runway to be near the cargo apron, so like they take the last taxiway to exit the runway. That must be when there's no traffic, I guess, affecting Luxembourg, because obviously most airports, and I should think it says the main, I think I read it here. Where is it? It said something like minimum runway occupancy time. But yeah, if there's no one behind us, that makes sense. Much more efficient to do that. There you go, landing aircraft shall vacate the runway expeditiously and are to ensure fully vacated before stopping. But that's obviously when they actually might enforce minimum runway occupancy on the 80s. But yeah, that makes sense if you know you're parking here. It's where Cargo Lux park, I guess. You take Charlie or Alpha. But if they want us off as soon as possible, we can do that. There we are. DME's now alive. Remember, we're waiting for 72 miles to initiate our descent to ensure that we're overhead at 0 miles, 9,000 feet of decrease. Ah, centre's online. Very good. Do I need to contact them then? But yeah, Brussels Centre is online. Am I in their airspace? Oh, and there's ATC in Luxembourg. Very good. So does Brussels Centre cover this this level? Luxembourg's online as well. They've got oh no, they've just got an ATIS. It'll be the Belgian controller. Oh, I think there's an event there later. Another event. There was an event yesterday. Look at the HSI coming up alive now as we get closer to was it Remba? Obviously it's quite far out, but when we get to Remba, that HSI will be perfectly aligned to fly the that HSI will be perfectly aligned when we get to waypoint Remba here, and then we can continue using the HSI. Jehu, how good is this add-on? Very good. It's really good. I wanted to fly again. I want to fly the Felis 747 again, but I've also got to do Blackbird round 2. Remember the Blackbird stream we did last month and the X-Plane 12 crashed? I still haven't completed a full Mach 3 flight and managed to safely descend yet, so maybe I could squeeze something in at some point. Fading west at the airport I work at, we are at a high altitude with a very short runway. Uh-oh, it's not good for performance. It's sloped towards the south, and the slope very much plays to performance and weight restrictions, absolutely. Yeah, airports like that is always a challenge to operate out of. Descent's coming up. That aircraft's turning right en route. Now it's flying around. Oh, it's not a cloud in the sky. $10 miles top of descent. Yep, it's coming up. So I'll set 9,000 feet. Well, flight level 9 is 0. Pangolin, hope you're doing well. How does navigation work in this aircraft? Have they retrofitted GPS or are you restricted to INS? No, if you wish you can have a GPS, and I looked on their release notes, they've got an update coming for is it a third party GPS available? Some of these were actually fitted with FMCs, retrofitted, and with simple GPS as well. There we are, 72 miles. So let's now initiate our descent. Coming up to our next waypoint as well. So I need to go to out arm, IS hold. I'm going to slowly, oops, it's climbing actually. Just going to turn off the auto throttle and reduce a little bit of thrust. Not all of it. Just want to descend around 2,500 feet per minute initially. That made me feel sick. Down we go. Top of descent, ladies and gentlemen. Down we go. Lee Russell, thank you very much. 36 months as a member with a 36 months comment and a heart. That's 3 years. That's 2021, September 2021. What was I up to then? When did you join, Lee? What was I streaming? Was it during a stream? Who knows? And thank you very much for your continued support, buddy. Really appreciate it. Thank you. So there we are. Overhead Remba. We're now inbound on the radial and on the star. Not to scale, but we're now flying directly to decrease. Cool. So we can actually go to INS here. distance time. So we're going to be there in 8 minutes. 8 minutes. We need to lose. What was it? We need to be at 9,000 feet. So we're just parting 30,000 feet. Need to be at 9,000 feet. So that's it's 21,000 feet, isn't it? 21,000 feet divided by 8 minutes. We need to be doing about 2,600 feet per minute. Okay, so we're going to take a little bit more thrust off, just to make sure we're maintaining about 2,600 feet per minute. Don't mind doing slightly more, using VS for the latter stages, but we're descending at 300 knots. So a little bit more than I need, about 3,000 feet per minute, so just add a bit more thrust. Good. I'm glad you're doing well, Pan. Much better, as you say. Well, I haven't had a ding-dong from Brussels. I feel like I should be contacting them. Mr. Unicorn was on the phone with her missus. Was that Mrs. Unicorn? What did I miss? Nothing. We're all good. We just started our descent into Luxembourg. Down to 9,000 feet. Flight level 90, 300 knots. 55 miles to run. Perfect. Use the flight recorder as well for the replay, which does work now. I found a little neat trick for the replay to work properly. Ah, there we are, there's a ding dong. Brussels Centre 131.1. Looks like ATC now. Great.
Sky Line 3, hello, identified. Expect descent in 2 minutes.
Perfect, let's check in. Brussels Centre, hello, it's Quality 72 Lima, descending to flight level 90. We're on the Remba 5 Kilo to decrease for Luxembourg.
Quality 72 Lima, hello, squawk 7102, expect runway 06.
7102 and runway 06, Quality 72 Lima. 7102.
Quality 72 Lima, descend flight level 6.
We're on the office currently. Can you continue Charlie 6?
Western 3, Echo Mike, affirmative, taxi holding point Charlie 6.
Yeah, sir, we're going to taxi to Charlie 6 by the office for us to say Mike.
Approved. Alpaca 5, Mike Fox, on left heading 09, is 0, clear out of approach runway 06.
Perfect.
Turn left heading 90, clear out of runway.
Ah, that's 245, got you. Quality 72 Lima, descending flight level 60.
Correct.
Perfect, so 60 sets, we have 6 minutes to go, okay, until we get to our waypoint, passing 22,000 feet. Remember, we want to be at 9,000 feet, so we need to lose about 13,000 feet, and about 6 minutes, it's about 2,000 feet per minute, which is what we're doing roughly, which is good. Pan, who is Quality? I am. I'm quality streamer, quality content creator. I'm a professional. Look at this beautiful evening. Oh, it's so cool. Oh,
Skyways 193.
a bit of an oscillation there. Still on INS. Oh, look at the sun on the aircraft. It's going to be dark, I think, by the time we land though. Fantastic. At some point that sun's just going to dip below the horizon. I didn't mean the airline. I love it, Pat. Love it. It's like, oh, look, some of my. Oh, it's a bit dark back here now. Better give you some light. Whoa, that's blinding.
Left 110, FedEx 5 expected.
I don't know what's happened to my. Yeah, sorry, I'm making you guys all dizzy. My save for the panel here is not working.
Cargo 8188 after Flora, direct to Brussels, Bravo, Uniform Bravo.
After Flora, direct to
30 miles to
Bravo, Uniform
to run.
Cargo 8188.
Some weird little oscillations going on here. We're on INS still, it shouldn't be really turning like that. HSI is obviously for the rear R radial, so that's not going to be exactly aligned. Nambuzel, have you seen the oil spill response 7.2? Yeah, it's broadsword. It's the first airline we streamed under. Fancy. 727 they've got. Is it 2 they've got?
7 miles. Also climbing 350 knots.
Welcome on board there, Massimo. Ciao.
And we shall control the 5 Papa Bang. Chance to leave the cockpit for 5 minutes. I have an emergency in the house.
Oh, he's got emergency in the house, poor guy. I hope he gets it sorted. Thank you very much. Oh my goodness me. More gifted members coming in. Ian McNally, thank you very much. You've been a member for almost a year. You've just gifted 5 members. Thank you very much to everyone gifted as a member. This is from Ian McNally. Very generous. Pangarden, welcome back. Johnny, no cash. DJ Doughboy. Andrew Shable. Gary Duffy, welcome back on board, guys. Well, some of you are new members as well. Welcome. Very kind, Ian. Thank you. What's going on with the INS here? There's a little changes. I don't know if it's adjusting for the wind. I think that's the last one now. Welcome back, Pangolin. Thank you. This is looking really nice for this descent. We're going to have to start thinking about bringing the speed back to 250 knots soon, though. I'm just going to command the speed to 250. And we're going to go to VS now, just to hold that continuous VS. And just going to take a little bit of thrust off to reduce to 250 knots. Slow everything down here. Perfect. Maybe a little bit more thrust than that. It's a slippy plane, this one. It's in VS. So yeah, there we go. You see the indicated airspeed slowly dropping now. You can see the speed up here on the overlay as well. Red heading 185 degrees. Quality 72 Lima. Looks like initial vectors. We'll take it. So I need to go to turn knob. Heading select 185. Great, that's going to make my workload a lot easier. Ha ha ha. Oh, look at that. I mean, I know Flight Sim 2024 is around the corner, but this still looks pretty special. That's awesome. Amazing. Beautiful. We're approaching 1 to go, I'm going a bit faster, so we're going to go VS 1000. So this is a bit tricky. Big request from FSS if they can have a little cheat scroll wheel somewhere so I don't have to look down here to adjust vertical speed. That would be great. So there we are, 1000 feet per minute. I'll start setting up for the ILS now. So 1099 is the ILS. That's active. Course is 057. Speed control is pretty much bang on. 1 to go now, so we're going to level off shortly.
Climb fly level 240.
Climb 240 through vehicle mic.
057, perfect. So that's all set. Waypoint change now to the airport, so I'm not going to route there, so 06 insert, so that's just giving me tracks and distances and times to the airport now. I'm just approaching flight level 90, so manual thrust now, so I might just make my life easy and just put that on, just to maintain 250 knots. Leveling off, we're leveling off at flight level 90 now. If you had a curiosity, look, if you want to see where he's vectored me quite wide. That's fine. Got plenty of time to lose the height. Set altitude 4,000 feet, QNH 1020, quality 72 Lima. So 4,000 feet set QNH 1020, and we'll go to IS. No, I need to turn off I'll just go VS, that's fine. Out. Oh, there we are. So back in vertical speed, set QNH 1020, maintain 250 knots. Oh, this is paid. 1020, 1020. I'm sure there is a click spot. I vaguely remember to set all three. There are. All three altimeters set to 1020. There we are. Massimo, hello. I'm still on Windows 10. Guys, I have a question. And it's Massimo's question. Should I upgrade to Windows 11? I'm on Windows 10 still. I don't know whether to upgrade or not. Is it worth doing now? I can do it. It keeps telling me to do it. I'll just go IS hold now, actually. And slowly reduce the thrust. I'm just going to pull this out so we don't get that annoying warning horn. This aircraft just there.
To the left heading to
I'm getting a bit high here, actually. 15 miles. Oh. Might just a little bit of speed brake here. There we are. So the aircraft's going to start pitching down because it's maintaining 250 knots.
Gary 193, turn right heading 170.
No, it wasn't me, it was right turn.
Mixed
responses, no reason to upgrade. Other people saying Windows 11 is stable. No reason to stay on Windows 10. Okay, I might do the upgrade then. Oh really? Oh, mixed responses. Yes, I like the video, guys. Yeah. Just going to start the flight recorder now. Right, flight recorder's on. I'm a little bit high here. What? Can I bring the flaps out 250 knots in this? No, it's a bit. It's not as good as the 747. So I need to just go VS here, just shallow that off a bit. Need the speed brake out, I just want to get some flaps. No, I'm actually not looking too bad now. Actually, you know, 6,000 feet coming onto a 12-mile final, almost on base leg.
Left key, ILS approach runway 06 FedEx 5 minimum.
I think there's someone right ahead of me there.
Slow
down, plane. I'm idle. Oh, I'm not on idle. God damn it, that's completely my fault. That's why the speed's not coming. 50-50 on the update, I know. I was wondering why I wasn't slowing down. So below 245 knots. Flat one. And that is because of... What's it not happy with? Why is it beeping at me? Why is it beeping at me? What's that beeping one? I can't remember. Gear? Oh, speed brake and flaps. Yeah, okay, fair enough. I could have guessed that. Flap 5.
Remember 3 Delta arrival, set runway 06, speedboat 180, X-ray.
Just going to maintain 200 knots here with manual thrust, which is what I'm doing, 200.
Quality 7 to Lima, turn left, heading 090 degrees, descend 3,000 feet, clear out 06, what's the establishment?
Left 090 degrees, send 3,000 feet on that heading, cleared ILS 06, report established. Quality 72 Lima. So 090, 3,000 feet, you cannot teach it. 1 dot on the glide, speed though, just quickly decreasing. 180 knots, that's fine. Yes. We haven't leveled off, guys, just want to point that out before we get established. Autoglide CDA in the 7.2, all raw data. Right, crane sensing, Vorlog and glide slips armed. Onto 12-mile final, glide slip. Oh. Is that 3 reds? I can see. 2 reds, 2 whites. Speed. We should be doing 180, not 170. Adding thrust as we speak. I didn't do the post-cruise checks either. Lights are still off. Yep, we'll just we'll gloss over these minor emissions.
Turn left, heading 070, 2,500 feet, Lufthansa cargo 8188.
Hopefully localizer glide slip capture at the same time. Oh, it's just... Oh, I didn't quite manage CDA, guys. Leveling off at 4. Oh no, it should be at 3,000, shouldn't it? What? Localizer capture, runway heading
Carry
is
103, descend 2000,
set.
3000 feet, range 10.
Just leveled off very briefly at 4,000. It's all good, it's all good. It's bug 160. Checked. 160 knots. We're at flat 5. Glide slope capture, Mr. Approach altitude is 4,000 feet set. Good.
Lufthansa cargo H188, continue left turn heading 030.
Chris Hewitt, welcome aboard, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Glad you enjoy the content.
Heading 303.
What a fun flight this has been.
01. Lufthansa cargo 8188.
Well, figured about 6 miles.
Carry 103, are you ready for the approach or do you need more back miles?
A bit of thrust here just to maintain 160 knots.
We'll be ready for the approach for 1 mile. Carry 103, roger.
7 miles.
To the right, heading 190.
5 miles or around 2,700 feet.
Right, 1 man.
Maintaining 160. Quality 72 Lima is fully established.
Quality 72 Lima, roger. Number 2, continue approach and 120 degrees 1 knot.
Continue approach, quality 72 Lima. Perfect, so drop the gear. Gear down. Flaps to 20. Matching speed, final approach speed. The landing checklist stars, switches, continuous recall check, speed brake. Can you arm the speed brake on the aircraft? I can't remember. Don't know. Landing gears down. 3 green, order brakes set to minimum. And selecting flat 30.
Okay, cleared for Dublin, runway 25 right.
No, you can't arm it, thanks.
Victor, departure flight level 060.
So adding a bit of thrust here to maintain our final approach speed, just bring it down a little bit. Unfortunately, in approach, this doesn't change based off the speed bugs. It's quite hard to spot trends. But I've got a nice little cockpit. Yeah, that's the view I like for this one. So flaps. 30, green light, and landing lights on. No, we're not cleared to land yet though, but lights are on, check's complete. Okay. Disconnecting the autopilot. My controls. Okay. So guys, hopefully you can just see the runway at the top of the screen. I quite like this screen, this view. No flight direction selection. Checked. 3 reds, something that changed. Those fly directors are pants. I'm not going to use them. Off.
Quality 70 Lima, wind 100 degrees 5 knots, 06
06 cleared to land, quality 70 Lima. Perfect, 3 reds, so let's just adjust that rate. The speed's good, it's perfect evening. Okay, just doing about 500 feet per minute, wait for 2 reds, 2 whites to come back. Make sure with pappies you react to the pappies. If you see 3 reds, do something about it. 2 reds, 2 whites, re-establish the target pitch attitudes. On the horizon pretty much I found, at about 700 feet per minute. Speed's good. A little bit left of centre line, so keep making small changes all the way till touchdown. Don't let the plane fly you. Oh, it's like I'm in the sim. See the upslope already? Continue. There's MDA. Speed's perfect. Check. Close. Hold the attitude. And you're down. Speed brakes up. No, it's not. It's manual. There we are. Reverses. Stay on centre line. Manual braking already. 80. Man, crack, we are stopping. 60 knots, cancelling reverse before we stop on the runway. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Luxembourg. That was wonderful. Perfect. Can you hear the centre line lights, ladies and gentlemen? Beautiful, that was fantastic. What a flight, what an add-on, very good. That's already disarmed. We'll take Delta 1. There we are, everyone survived. It's a shame it wasn't an Alpaca Airways flight, I could take the points. And this is this fantastic freeway scenery by Red Fox. Just type in Luxembourg freeware scenery and you'll find it. It's really nice. So we've vacated Delta 1 and we're going to taxi all the way on Alpha. We'll go to the cargo logs apron. And I've got a GSX profile for the freeware scenery as well. That was a lovely landing. Fading West, thank you very much for your donation, buddy, because the screen was on the other screen. It mutes alerts. It will come through eventually, but thank you very much. I'll make sure I read it. So, fixed landing lights are off.
First off, a good day.
Strobes off. Flaps have already selected up.
With climbing file 370.
That was a mega landing. Oh, look at night. It looks really nice as well.
Let's go 4000 with a 574 tango.
Superb.
KLM 161 ready for pushing start.
Don't need fly level anymore, get rid of it.
KLM 161, set score much larger.
I'll just tell him we're going to taxi to...
Go to 72 Lima, taxi stand Zulu 11 via Bravo and Alpha.
Zulu 11 via Bravo and Alpha, quality 72 Lima. Thanks to ATC, sir, good night. So Alpha Bravo and Zulu 11, we'll take that one, and I think GSX will have that sorted as well. So Zulu gate 11. Request follow me. Do I need to follow me? Yes, let's do it for banter. Right, we'll get the APU up and running. Right back there with the light, all that light.
Taxi via ouders Bravo 8 and hold short of runway 07 left, Lufthansa 818.
Yeah, the APU starting up. It's located in the wing route, isn't it? So yeah, nice straight line. Hopefully that follow me car will come up soon.
UPS 450 for Bristol, 0 identifying.
Charles Zero 18 Lima X-ray. We provided vectors after.
Fading West, thank you again. $5 donation, buddy. I'm not sure why it's pinged up, but I'll read it. Are there any consequences for leaving the gear handle up rather than off? I've been flying, was watching, and neglected to do so. No, it's not going to break it. When you put the lever off, it just depressurizes the hydraulic A system. It's in the NG. It's holding the gear up, so there's a little lock valve which will wear out over time. Otherwise, when you put it off, it just lets the gear rest onto the up locks, which makes them last longer. The same, similar in the 727 as well. Great question, thanks, buddy. Sorry, it's not come up or anything on the pinger. Oh, all these lovely comments. Look, I usually get. I haven't seen any non-butter emojis yet. Brilliant. God, these taxi internal flights are not very bright. Look at that, fantastic. I'm not even showing you this freeware scenery. Look. I think even the terminal's a bit mobile as well. Well, I didn't get a follow me car. Thanks, GSX. Now, which way do I go in to get to Zulu 11? It's got to be this way. Oh, great. Trust the emergency services to pull us down like that. Oh my god. Oh, there he is. Oh, follow me. No, you've driven into my. Come on, GSX. Come on, you can do it. I can't follow you if you're there. What is he doing? There we go. Well worked, answer. Follow me. God, the noise this would be making outside. In fact. Very cool how the lights illuminate on the ground. I wonder how long it's going to take to get all this to work in Microsoft Flight Sim 2024. I think I better keep this sim installed. Perfect. Oh, Marsh just put this so realistic. It's so clever. How do people program all this? Oh, a cup of tea. Thank you. It's alright. Say again. Oh, builder's tea. Thank you. Cheers. I've just had a cup of tea made for me. Brought upstairs. a builder's team week. Wonderful. Perfect timing. There we are. Don't split the cockpit, I know. Oh, I wasn't concentrating. Oh, I wasn't concentrating. We'll ignore that fact. Yeah. We can soon sort that out. Quit your moaning. She's telling me to cut engines, but we'll ignore that. Oh, yeah, perfect. What a plat, what a pro. Right, parking brake set. Let's shut these engines down, all that racket. Oh, I didn't put the AP on the bus. Yeah, don't forget to... Yeah, don't forget to do that. Don't forget to do that. Ah, yeah, it's all good, it's all good. Well, I did everything perfectly right up to that point. Ooh. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Best light crow, I know. My fiance made me a cup of tea. Very kind. Right then, let's turn off the anti-coal. I'm afraid I didn't run this on New Sky under Alpaca Airways today. It's beacon off. We'll get GSX to start offloading and then we'll do the replay. We'll have a little look at chat at the banter. Oh, it was actually a really nice approach. Very pleased with that. The add-on was flawless. I mean, I couldn't really tell much that was wrong with it. Oops, I'll ignore the fact the speed brakes are still extended. There we are. I couldn't really notice anything wrong when I first got it, but a few bug fixes here and there, I think, behind the scenes. And no, it's a nice little add-on this, if you want to replicate freighter ops. But don't forget, obviously, I'm using INS because I like the challenge that INS gives. But don't forget, you can have the option here, and I think they've got a third-party one coming as well. Look, you can have a GNS. It's just a basic GPS, but that, you know, it allows you to take it online and file your flight plan that way. So you've got options, and then see. But then these are $750. Is that like a third-party add-on? I'm not sure, but you know, if you want to fly this online, you've got options. We are nav approaches and things. There you go. Let's have a look in here in chat. Dinner's not ready for another 15 minutes. I'm here to for a chat for a while. Martin, and that's why you don't get tea. Well, the engines are running. Yes, I was too busy taking a tea from behind me, from the engineer, let's say, and I went straight past the stop point. There we have it. LP, one cup of tea messes up everything. Oh, I know. Joseph, hopefully it should be compatible. As far as I know, the majority of it's done using web technology, which is pretty universal. Ah, is that how they program all these things these days? Yeah, hopefully a lot of it will be all compatible. But yeah, what was the Windows 11 v Windows 10? On 11 for close to 2 years, it's smooth. I think I might update to 11 because 10's not going to be supported soon, is it? We'll have a look at that as well. Yeah, Fading West, thanks for your donation. I'm sorry it never pinged up. Usually if it's on the other screen where I blank the donations when I have yoke cam on, so I don't get distracted, it can sometimes skip them, but we saw it in chat. Thanks for your generosity. But yeah, it was a lovely landing. Landing worked out very well. Pan, did they have a simulated flight engineer in this one, like the auto engineer in Concorde? Yeah, they have something like that. So if you don't want to take on the challenge of doing it all yourself, you can get them to do all your flows for you. Automatic monitoring, I'm not sure what that is. I mean, I already have the bugs automatic, so I don't have to manually bug all of these little ones individually, and the same with the EPR limits, but that's it. You know, you can have the engineer control the fuel heat, the packs, the fuel feed. You press this and it does all the flow for you. I've never used this during streaming because I never have done in the past, and it's more fun for you if I forget something, so I tend to challenge myself and not use such features. But maybe in certain aircraft I will. Yeah, I might upgrade Windows. Thanks for all the feedback on that, guys. Perfect. Well, that was a very fun evening. I'm just having a sip of tea. So then, yeah, that's just the one sector this evening, guys. As the cargo gets scraped under the aircraft. Just the one sector this evening, but thanks. I sort of just wanted to fly this aircraft again just for my entertainment and enjoyment. Thanks for joining in as well. Members, don't forget on Sunday we've got a group flight to public stream. Hopefully Monday's my last day. I'll get something out. Or might get the SR-71 out at some point as as well. I want to try and fly that again in X-Plane because it was so much fun last time as well. Cool. So what I'm going to do here, because GSX will take a while to offload all the bags here, is turn it off. Let me just restart this in the background. There we go. And just make sure I've logged off of that SIM. Great ATC all the way in there. Shame about the departure, but I didn't have the time to program that entire rerouting, unfortunately. Now, I've found a neat little way of getting this all set up for replay. So you've got to turn the fuel on, so the engines don't shut down. Close the doors, and then it should be alright for the replay. Just the forward entry. Oh, it is. No, I'll close. Then we should be good to go after that. And I'll just knock it down a little bit as well. But no, thanks to Flight Sim Studio. They sent me this aircraft just prior to release. Third time I streamed it. Great little add-on as well. Check out this free Luxembourg scenery. And thanks to Pirogay as well for the East Midlands scenery sent to me when it was released. I always like to use these high-quality airports in Microsoft Flight Sim for the immersion. But no, it was a really fun cargo flight this evening. Right, let's start the old replays and go from there. Get the airstairs in. Would be. It's been a few live streams since I've not forgotten that Pango. I've been very good. Very rarely forget things these days. Pro streamer. Right, here we go. That is outrageously loud. Let's see if this works. Definitely logged off that sim, yeah. So that keeps the engines running. So I've moved the fuel start levers to idle detent. I know it wasn't quite as bright as this, just so we can see. Oh, get that gear down quick! That was brave. Close your windows, true. Oh, I can't on the replay, that's a shame. Let's see how that landing was from the outside. Looks great. Look at the shadow as well. Oh, that was... I'm sorry, guys. That was very buttery. Ah, the reverses work on the replay as well. Awesome. I just have to do that again, so I'm very sorry. I haven't worked out yet how to do flybys in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Like I do with the X-Plane replays. I'll do something like that. There was a thing of beauty, I know, that was a real butter. Oh, superb. Bit to the right of centre line, but we nicely corrected after touchdown. Windows open because we're, Jim and I just chilling out. Yeah, that was awesome. If you were a stowaway, you would have been satisfied with that, that's for sure. Nice details, actually. This would be great. Unfortunately, though, for the rest of the replay, there's no window view, so what we're going to have to do is put you back in the cockpit with the windows open, which, I can close. That's something. And to sort of give you a GoPro perspective of the landing. Yeah, that's a nice view for the landing. I'll put you here and we can enjoy the approach. Oh, we can't quite see the runway there. There we are. Something like that. That'll do. GoPro cam. Perfect. Well, once again, thank you very much everyone for popping in this Friday evening on another Flight Sim live stream by Microsoft Flight Simulator. Nice little 727 flight at night. Actually, you know what? I'll make it dusk like it was. Thanks to all the gifted memberships today. That was very generous from all the people that did that. In fact, hold on so I can get a list of all of those lovely generous gifts. So Matthew Newey, Faden Westsakes joining as a member. So thank you, Matthew Newey, and Ian McNally for your gifted members today. Very kind. To everyone that donated, thank you for your generosity. To the members you continue to support. To all the regular viewers and subscribers, don't forget to like the video if you enjoyed it. And I'll be live again very soon. Hopefully in the next few days. Enjoy your weekend, guys. See you soon. Bye.
$50.
Bye.